Increasing your productivity to the point that you are more efficient and effective in achieving your goals with the least amount of resources is what all of us will strive for. For many years, it's been demonstrated by the science of achievement that goal achievement is only possible when we are focused on the correct habit. So I invite you to review with me the 4 effective steps that will allow you to turn the force of habit in your favor and not against you. Have you stopped to ask yourself, what is going on? Why don't I have better results? I believe part of the answer to this very simple question has to do with your habits. Even though changing your habits can prove to be a very difficult task, let's keep in mind that success is the result of habits. In other words, your habits will determine whether you achieve success or not. As we all know, a habit is behavior that is repeated constantly. So habits begin with the decisions we take, and we repeat them over and over again until they start happening almost mechanically, instantly, without needing us to think too much about it. So is there any habit that you need to incorporate into your daily agenda in your life in order to achieve success? Or is there any habit that you need to remove because it's diminishing your possibilities of success? We know that developing the discipline needed to transform our actions into habits, as well as maintaining them, is not so easy to acquire, and neither is letting go of a negative practice. But habits have an important characteristic. They are moved by the force of habit. So how can we turn this force of habit in our favor and not against us? Well, I'm going to share with you 4 effective steps that will assist you, that will help you in the process of adding, changing, or removing those habits into your life. The first step is to keep the logic. It's not possible to change everything in one sitting or in a single day. If you are still trying to do this kind of things, you might find yourself unable to accomplish anything at all. Be reasonable and remember that you must keep your feet on the ground. Start making changes according to your available time, your resources, and the level of commitment that you can invest into these activities. Consistency and discipline are always your most important allies. But also, let me give you these practical tips. You can start with a list. Make a list of those habits that you want to maybe acquire or you want to remove. Then add to the list the why. Add a why in front of every single one of those habits so that can help you to increase your commitment, whether you want to remove it or you want to add it into your life. Then something very practical that we always can do is to prioritize habits. So you can start focusing on what is more important and in whatever hinders your progress. Another practical step is to choose a specific activity that allows you to change and start today. One step at a time, it will help you in the long term to accomplish those habits. For example, instead of having a slide of pizza, have a bowl of fruit. Instead of looking at your phone for a long period of time, just start reading a book. Or instead of laying on the couch, go for a walk. Another important step that we can use to change the force of habit is to create an appropriate environment. If you are trying to get rid of a bad habit or incorporate one in your life and you don't have the correct environment, that will technically make it impossible. For example, if you are trying to stop smoking, please do not surround yourself with smokers or visit places where smoking is allowed. This might sound very easy and logical thing to do, but having the appropriate environment for change can really make the difference. And two practical steps that I know that it will help you turn difficult things into easy ones. For example, you want to decrease the sugar, your if you want to decrease your sugar consumption, avoid buying ice cream or dessert at the supermarket. Instead, you can fill up your cart with fruits and vegetables. And again, surround yourself with people that have achieved similar goals. You can even join a support group, whether they share the success stories or they support you. That way, that will motivate you towards reaching your goal. The third step is to think long term. A habit takes time to develop, but after it does, it will stick with you for a long time. Some experts say that developing a habit will take probably between 21 or 24 days. I usually say that try to hit 30 days when you are developing a habit for the first time. Some of the suggestions that I can give you is that try to repeat whatever you want to accomplish um, every day or many times in the same day until you feel like it's becoming a habit. And again, until you don't have to think too much, but you just are doing it almost automatically. Now, here is something very important and very practical to apply. Develop a new habit must not only be part of your life plan. You need to have a plan. You need to apply the development of this habit to something that you would like to accomplish. It should relate to what you are trying to accomplish, but also it should be something that you wish to be or to do or to have in your life. Something that it will benefit you not only in the short term, but also in the long term. And last but not least, you need to have a plan. One of the great challenges of this century is to maintain the right focus in the midst of a significant amount of information and distractions that we all have. Some of these distractions disguise as opportunities. And one of the best tools to be productive, effective, and efficient is having a plan. I know that it can be very overwhelming when you have a desire to achieve a goal, but you don't have a plan to execute it daily. People who have achieved success have used a plan. In my life, this method has brought me countless benefits. So I want to invite you to follow our weekly video and to continue with us this discussion. You will find a coaching question to help you reflect and also tips to facilitate you to take immediate action. Our desire is to add value to your journey, for you to increase your productivity, have more clarity on the next step, and have better results and higher levels of achievement. Like this video, don't hesitate to add your questions or comments. We will be happy to reply to them. And remember that you can benefit others if you share this material. Visit our YouTube channel, subscribe, and click on the little bell that is next to the subscribe button to receive notifications of the new material. In the meantime, I want you to reflect on how can you improve your habits. See you soon.